You know that feeling, right? You have this brilliant idea, this crystal clear vision, and then it just sits there. You're completely stuck before you've even taken the first step. Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive into exactly why that happens. And more importantly, we're going to figure out how to break that cycle for good.
So, let's just get right to it with the big question. Why do our absolute best ideas just stall out? I mean, we've all been there. You get that incredible flash of inspiration, you can literally see the finished product in your head. You feel that rush of excitement, and then, poof, it's gone. Days turn into weeks, maybe even years. Where does all that amazing momentum just disappear to?
Okay, a huge part of the answer comes down to something called the visionary's paradox. Sounds kind of dramatic, right? But it's this core conflict that keeps our greatest ideas locked up. So let's break down exactly what that means.
And here's the paradox in a nutshell. You've got this incredible, vivid vision, but you're trapped in this never-ending planning phase. You know, the clearer and more exciting the idea is, the easier it is to just spend all your time thinking about it, refining it, planning it, making it perfect in your head. You're stuck in this loop of getting ready to get ready, but the actual doing part, it just never kicks off. It feels super productive, doesn't it? But is it really?
Well, that endless loop leads us to a really fascinating and kind of sneaky psychological quirk. Turns out our brains can actually trick us into believing that dreaming about a goal is pretty much the same thing as working towards it. And honestly, this is one of the biggest reasons so many of us get completely stuck.
It's called the illusion of potential. And here's how it works. When you vividly imagine succeeding, your brain rewards you with a hit of dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical. It's the exact same chemical you'd get if you actually accomplished the goal. So you get this little rush, this false sense of achievement, which, and this is the crazy part, totally kills your motivation to do the actual hard work. Why bother with the struggle when you can get the reward for free, right?
And this really lays it all out, the difference between the feeling of progress and actual progress. On one side, you have that feeling. It comes from daydreaming. It feels great, it's comfortable, it's easy, but it completely drains your drive to actually do anything. And then on the other side, you have actual real-world progress. This comes from effort. It requires getting uncomfortable, but that struggle, that's what builds real momentum. That's the stuff that actually gets you somewhere.
But it's not just our brain's chemistry playing tricks on us. Oh no. This whole illusion of progress is often powered up by another huge barrier, what we can call the perfectionism trap.
Yeah, so there are a bunch of these barriers that all work together to keep us paralyzed. It all kicks off with a simple fear of failure, right? That fear makes us cling to the perfect potential of our idea instead of risking a real attempt. And all that overthinking and worrying, it just leads to total mental exhaustion. Sometimes, deep down, the goal might not even fit who we think we are, so we just subconsciously sabotage ourselves. It's a really nasty cycle.
And this is really the core of it, right here. An idea that's just living in your head, it can't fail, it's flawless, it's perfect, and most importantly, it's safe. But the second you try to bring that idea into the real world, well, now it's vulnerable, it's going to have flaws, it's going to be messy, and for so many of us, protecting that perfect, safe dream feels a heck of a lot better than facing a real, messy, imperfect reality.
Okay, so we've really unpacked the problem. We've got the paradox, the illusion of potential, that whole perfectionism trap. So now for the part you've been waiting for. How in the world do we actually break out of this cycle?
This quote just hits the nail on the head. True success requires choosing the discomfort of effort over the comfort of dreaming. It's not about waiting around for motivation to strike or for the perfect plan to magically appear. It's about a choice, a conscious choice you have to make, probably every single day. You have to actively choose the discomfort of doing the work over the easy, cozy comfort of just dreaming about it.
And really, this is what it all boils down to. Being talented is great. Having an amazing idea is awesome. But that stuff just gets you to the edge of the canyon. If you actually want to get to the other side, to reality, you have to build the bridge. And that bridge is discipline. It's just that simple commitment to taking small, consistent, and yeah, imperfect actions day in and day out.
So I want to leave you with this question. Just for right now, forget the huge, grand vision. Forget about making it perfect. What is one small, tiny, even clumsy step that your vision needs today? Just one thing. Because that one little step, it is infinitely more powerful than a whole lifetime of just dreaming about it.